Let me go straight across to my colleague Abhishek, who's been tracking the story in Maharashtra as it plays out. Abhishek, hi, good evening to you. By the end of it, there has been a 48-hour family drama. There has been a split in the Pawar family. Mr. Pawar Jr., Mr. Pawar Jr. has been sworn in as the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra for a third time in 4 years. But that one crucial question, Abhishek, has still not been answered. Who has the numbers? Does does the faction that has been broken away by Pawar Jr., does he actually have the support of 36 plus MLAs that is required? Or is he just bluffing?
See, we will have to understand one point, this is the similar situation which was witnessed 1 year ago by Shiv Sena. And we have seen how Eknath Shinde, along with few MLAs, first went to Surat, then went to Guwahati, then went to Goa, and the numbers started increasing. He started gaining support. Similar kind of situation has arisen over here also. Yesterday, along with 8 MLAs, he took an oath as a Deputy Chief Minister, and then by taking press conference and subsequent press conference and the last press conference when he took, where he said that openly that the party belongs to me, the symbol belongs to me, and why? Because majority of the public representative are supporting me. Again, in the press conference when he was asked the number, he said, there is no number, I enjoy the support of entire party. So he's making a political statement there, keeping in mind that those who are currently opposing him or not in his favor might join him in the coming days for that 36 number. On the other side, Sharad Pawar camp maintains the stand that, you heard Jayant Patil. He clearly pointed out that 9 of them has left us. 53 minus 9 is 45. 45 are still with us. We will wait and watch. If they also don't come, we will take strict action according to the party's constitution. And most important to understand, the press conference in which Ajit Pawar addressed, he clearly pointed out 2 important things. One, he said, party name and party symbol will be decided by Election Commission of India, the way it was decided for Shiv Sena. Second important point, he said, any disqualification petition, whoever wants to disqualify anyone, and the post of leader of opposition will only be decided and the sole discretion of the Speaker of the Assembly. So you can write to whoever you want to write. He also pointed out, I have also written a letter to the Speaker that disqualifies Jitendra Awad, whom the Sharad Pawar faction has recommended as leader of opposition, whom the Sharad Pawar faction has recommended as to be the chief whip. So, again, coming down straight, this is what is happening in the state of Maharashtra. And people of Maharashtra are watching this. At the end, they will have to vote. And now, when the split in NCP has been witnessed in the similar manner as Shiv Sena, people will decide in future and lot more drama to come. Because lastly, I want to conclude, the Shinde faction, those MLAs who waited for 1 year and dreaming to be the ministers are left in lurch at the moment. No one to ask for them. And when will the next cabinet expansion happen is a question mark. Back to you.
Correct. Absolutely correct, Abhishek. There are tangles within tangles in this story and the drama is far from over. Let me go straight across to Mr. Prithviraj Chavan, who is joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Chavan, thank you very Mr. Prithviraj Chavan, I beg your pardon, joining us on the broadcast. My apologies for that, sir. Mr. Chavan, first of all, thank you very much for your time here on Mirror Now. Good to have you on the show. Our reporter was just speaking about the position of leader of opposition. Can I first ask you the micro question before I ask you the macro question? Is the Congress going to be staking claim for the leader of opposition in the Maharashtra Assembly, given that the Shiv Sena has split and they may or may not have the numbers? Clearly, it seems that the Congress has more numbers than the NCP right now.
Shreya, I'm extremely surprised that you do not know the basics of parliamentary democracy. The leader of opposition belongs to the party which has the highest number of MLAs. Now, that will be known after the NCP split situation becomes clear. So it is not a question of who wants to be the leader of opposition. The Speaker will have to, as per the parliamentary convention, nominates the leader of the party with the largest number of MLAs. Where is the discussion on this? I don't understand why unnecessarily confusion is being created. Let this split in NCP be formalized. If Mr. Ajit Pawar indeed has 2/3 majority, that if he is able to produce 36 or more MLAs, then he is a valid breakaway faction of NCP. But if he doesn't get 36 MLAs, he gets disqualified. The number of NCP strength will become less by that amount. And then the largest party may not be NCP, it could be some other party. So depending on which party has the largest number of MLAs, will get the position of leader of opposition. There is a question of discussion on that.
So, no, here's the point. No, I'm asking you a simple question. It's a question that has been doing the rounds. Yesterday, it is a question that was raised on this show as well, that there is a demand from Congress MLAs that, boss, if we are the largest opposition party, at least in terms of numbers, then the leader of opposition should be from the Congress party. You are telling me that there is a discussion within the Congress party as far as this aspect is concerned? Can I just take it at that?
To discuss. There is nothing to discuss. The leader of opposition will belong to the party which has the highest number of MLAs. The Speaker's office has the list of MLAs with him. The party with the largest number of MLAs, whoever they nominate as the leader of that party will become the leader of opposition. There is no issue about that. That's not a non-issue altogether. Who, of course, which person is nominated is a different matter altogether. The party with the largest number of MLAs will get the position of leader of opposition in any assembly in the country, not only Maharashtra.
Okay. You're saying it without saying it. I'll leave it at that. As I said, I wanted to address the micro issue before I address the macro issue. Mr. Chavan, can I then ask you what you make? Can I ask you then what you make of the events that have played out in Maharashtra in the last 48 hours?
Well, obviously, it is very unfortunate. It just shows that BJP is unsure of facing 24 Lok Sabha election without causing breaks in various parties. First, they tried with Shiv Sena. They succeeded. Now they are trying with NCP. I don't know whether they'll succeed or not. But they were not confident of facing any election in Maharashtra with MVA together. So the precondition was break MVA, weaken the MVA, then only we'll be able to face local body election in Maharashtra or even Lok Sabha election of 2024. So I think that is their game plan. As we saw it in Karnataka, as you saw it in Madhya Pradesh, as you saw it in Goa, as you saw it in Maharashtra in Shiv Sena case and now in NCP case. This is the modus operandi that Mr. Modi and Amit Shah are deploying in the state of, in our country. If they cannot get a popular support of the people, they are resorting to these techniques, using of ED to blackmail and threaten MLAs, offering them inducements. In Maharashtra, we saw what happened, how much inducement was offered to each MLA to switch parties. This is really bottoms. I'm really shocked. Mr. Modi is not worried about development of the country. He's not worried about the morals, the saving of democracy. He's only concerned about coming back to power. Nothing but power, nothing but power. Very shameful and shocking.
But isn't that politics is about? But isn't that what politics is about, sir?
No,
retaining power any which way. Many people will say that's the nature of politics.
No. You remain in power by convincing people about your point of view, your philosophy, your party's ideology, not by buying and selling MLAs. The wholesale buying and selling of MLAs, as you witnessed in the Shiv Sena split case, now, of course, is inducement. One day, Mr. Prime Minister Modi calls out NCP and names the NCP leaders into a 70,000 crore scam. These are not my words. These are Prime Minister Narendra Modi's word in Bhopal conclave last week. And then people who are involved, who have been indicted in those scams, those people, you elevate them to a deputy CM in your party just 2 days later. I don't know if anybody had briefed Prime Minister properly as to what these people are involved in. Every single one of the ministers, person who has become a minister, has some ED case or some CBI case against them or not. And it's only because of, in order to get relief from these cases that they have changed parties and of course they will reward with administration. BJP is so desperate
Mr.
that they
Prithviraj
cannot
Chavan.
win Lok Sabha election.
Okay.
Maharashtra has become a frontline state after BJP has lost Karnataka. The doors to South India are closed. In the assembly elections which are going to happen in the next few months, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, we're going to win that. Chhattisgarh, Telangana, they have nothing. So Maharashtra becomes a frontline state, and Maharashtra is very crucial with the 48 MPs. So BJP is desperate to make sure that the MBA gets destroyed, broken, split, and then they have some play left in Maharashtra so that they can get some MPs.
So, Mr. Chavan, is there a fear within the Congress? I ask you this question with a smile on my face, but nothing is impossible in Indian politics. So I ask you this question: Is there a worry that the Congress is next?
Well, of course, we have to be worried because of the tactics that BJP is deploying: money power, muscle power, ED power, all that. We have to be worried. But I don't think a 45-member Congress Legislative Party, for it to split, 30 members of the Congress Party will have to leave, which I don't think is likely to happen, particularly on the back of Karnataka victory, particularly the back of Rahul Gandhi's famous Bharat Jodo Yatra and all that. So I think that fear is misplaced, but we have to be careful because BJP can sink to any level to break the political parties in Maharashtra.
Can I ask you who you think is behind engineering the coup within the NCP? Is it Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, he's being credited by all, or is it Mr. Praful Patel? Because in the last 2 days, Sharad Pawar has said this at least 4 times, that he's more upset with Praful Patel than with his nephew, Ajit Pawar.
No, that is an internal matter of NCP. I can't comment on who has what role and Mr. Pawar is upset with which leader. I have nothing to do with that. But the fact remains that recently there was a reshuffle in the NCP. Mr. Sharad Pawar wanted to retire. He wanted to give the power to next level, next generation of leadership. And he named Mr. Praful Patel and Supriya Sule. And somehow both Ajit Pawar and Praful Patel were very upset with that decision. But that's, again, as I said, that's an internal matter of NCP. I don't want to comment on that. The fact remains, people have elected Mr. Praful Patel or Mr. Ajit Pawar, Mr. Tatkare on a particular ideology under the leadership of Mr. Sharad Pawar. They have ditched him. They have rebelled under Mr. Pawar. People who Mr. Pawar lifted from the ground zero and made them great leaders have stabbed him in the back. It's very, very unfortunate. People of Maharashtra will never forgive these people who have betrayed Mr. Sharad Pawar.
Okay. Mr. Chavan, my last question to you is this. There is a conspiracy theory that is being floated by the Uddhav Sena and by Mr. Sharad Pawar's faction of the NCP that Mr. Shinde will not continue as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra for very long, that Mr. Ajit Pawar, who's currently the Deputy Chief Minister, will ultimately replace him. Is that your calculation, your professional calculation as well?
I can't do any calculation, but I can only tell you what I have heard from various sources. And that is, Mr. Ajit Pawar was very clear that he did not want to become a deputy CM for the 5th time. He's been deputy CM with me. He has been deputy CM with other chief ministers. And he said, look, I don't want to become the chief minister for a 5th time again. I want to become chief minister. Now, can he become the chief minister? The point is, Mr. Eknath Shinde is facing facing that split verdict. The case is before the Speaker of Maharashtra Assembly, and that verdict will have to be delivered before 10th of August, because Supreme Court has remitted the matter to the Speaker Assembly, and Speaker Assembly will have to decide within 90 days, which is 10th of August. By 10th of August, I think Speaker will have to decide that Mr. Shinde has incurred disqualification because of violating the 10th schedule of the Constitution, and if that happens, the position of Chief Minister will become vacant. So BJP and the central leadership is working on that. I think they have told Mr. Shinde that he will have to give up his chief ministership because of this matter. And I think there'll be a smooth transition to some other leader. Now, will that other leader be Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, somebody else from the BJP, or will it be Mr. Ajit Pawar? Our understanding is that Ajit Pawar has agreed to leave his uncle, cause a major split in the NCP after almost 23 years, only on the assurance of being made a chief minister when appropriate time comes, which will be around early August of this year. And that time, Mr. Ajit Pawar will become the chief minister. Now, will Mr. Shinde and his faction, which left Shiv Sena, naming Ajit Pawar's shenanigans or Ajit Pawar's mistreatment of those MLAs. Will they be very happy to work under Ajit Pawar as the Chief Minister? I don't know. But time alone will tell, unless
Interesting.
The BJP top leadership, not Maharashtra leadership, either Mr. Nadda or Amit Shah tells that no, we will not make Ajit Pawar the Chief Minister. He'll have to remain the Deputy CM. We'll not accept it. We'll accept the theory that is being floated around within the NCP faction of Ajit Pawar and others, that he has been promised Chief Ministership of Maharashtra when the vacancy occurs, which will be in August.
Okay, which means the khichdi will continue to cook. My last question to you before I let you go, Mr. Chavan, and I do thank you for your time. The BJP is talking about opposition unity and saying, ये देखो, ये एक party अपना घर नहीं संभाल सकती, and they are talking about opposition unity. Is this a blow to opposition unity? Be honest.
Well, I won't say that it has not caused problems for us. Yes, NCP is one of the constituents of the 17-party alliance. There is a problem in the NCP. We admit that. And 30 odd MLAs or whatever the final number who have left would have been otherwise with us against Mr. Modi. Now they will be against us with Mr. Modi. So to that extent, within Maharashtra, within one of the 17 parties, there is a problem. But that doesn't mean opposition parties have a total vote share of something like 65%. Mr. Modi's party gets about 35% of popular vote in India in Lok Sabha elections. Our attempt is to make sure that we field one opposition candidate against one BJP candidate. So we avoid a division of votes. And that's the whole attempt of a 17-party unity that's going to happen, meeting in Bangalore, which is going to happen together. And if we succeed in making sure that there will be some issues in certain states, the Congress party is strong in certain states, Congress party is not strong in certain states, we'll have to give space to parties like Mamata Banerjee's TMC in Bengal, in UP and all that. I think those negotiations will now happen. But as long as 17 parties are together, if one party suffers a damage or some other party suffers a damage, I don't think that's going to alter the overall larger picture, which is that opposition unity will defeat Mr. Modi as sure as daylight.
All right. Mr. Prithviraj Chavan, thank you very much for taking all our questions here on Mirror Now. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Thanks.
Thank you.